stop the resin. Are we back? Are we back? I didn't stop the resin. The murder. To be, I think it was completely unrelated. It's really like the timing of that lined up. I'm just like, why won't it let me access the stuff? It lives. So I got this computer from a friend, which was very nice of them. Very, very nice. Because they weren't using it. And one of the things that they told me when they gave it to me was, just so you know, sometimes it just decides that it doesn't like the internet. So for some reason, it decided that it couldn't connect to my Wi-Fi. So I had to restart. But we should be. I did actually end up restarting, like due to a glitch in the matrix. Yeah. But it seems to be working now, so that's good. I did finish pouring this set while I was restarting things. This is one with all the flowers and stuff in it. Things are floating a bit. I'm hoping things don't float too much. But I'm going to set these off to the side as well on our little tray over here so that there's time for air to get to the surface. And we can pour our next thing. Actually, this kind of works out because I wanted the resin to be a little bit thicker for our last two things. So, it worked out that I had to try and get things figured out there for a second. Gives the time for the resin to set up a little bit. All right, let's do this set next, I think. Because this is the set with half of it green. So I've already done half of the dye and it's green, like a shimmery green color. If the glitter sinks in this, that's fine. I don't care. It's just going to act as kind of like a midway point then. So it ended up just fine. I should have added a little bit of gold shimmer to this. I still can. Let's add a little bit of gold shimmer. Yeah, there we go. Here's my gold mica powder. This way, if all of the other glitter sinks, I've still got a little bit of gold that'll hang out just fine. This is why I usually try to add all my pigments in beforehand, so I don't get sticky fingers all over all of my pigments. So this has got gold foil, chunky gold glitter, now a little bit of gold shimmer. Also, like 3 different gold glitters at least, of like smaller ones. All right. Hopefully this is enough resin. I guess we'll find out. Let's try and probably do like I did with the last one, where I pour a little bit into each one to make sure I have enough resin and make sure I get some gold in all of them. Because if I need to, I can add a little bit of extra resin to this, to the container, because I've got a little bit of extra. That's why I didn't scrape out the last one. But I would prefer to not have to. So we'll find out here in a second. I might need a little bit more resin in here. Yeah, so that's why it's good to pour a little bit into each one first. So let's add a little bit more of the gold in there. I'm trying to get kind of an even amount. What I'm going to do here, because we need a little bit more of the gold glitter. I'm going to add a little bit of my clear here to here. So I don't need very much, I don't think. And this way maybe I can pick up a little bit of that glitter that's all stuck to the bottom and everything too. Get it all mixed in. Obviously this isn't going to be as saturated in the gold, but I don't think it'll be super noticeable. Oh yes, how could I forget the cat hair? Let me go grab it. I think I actually just pulled a cat hair out. It might have been while the stream was still coming back up. I just pulled the cat hair out. But I think I just pulled a cat hair out of one of my things. I don't remember which one. Don't worry, I'm sure it will sneak its way in there one way or another. Like I said, complimentary cat hair with every set of dice. Alright, yeah, this is... Yeah, I might need to grab a little bit more. Might need to grab a little bit more of the resin. Yeah, I'm glad that I saved some. I'm glad I saved some resin. Because I need a little bit more. I guess maybe thinking about it now, I think I didn't use the full 15 milliliters when I did the green. So I think I did slightly less than half with the green. Because a full set of dice takes about 30 milliliters of resin. So I probably ended up, kind of shorting myself a little bit this way now, because I plan to do half of it, so 15 milliliters. But if I didn't use the full 15 milliliters of the green, I needed a little bit more than 15 milliliters. So that's fine. I'm making it work. I'm just going to dome these ever so slightly. Just want a little bit of extra resin. Like I was saying before, so we can use that to fill in where the air bubbles are at the moment. Speaking of, let's press this down. Help break the surface tension, get all those air bubbles to pop. I think looking pretty okay. I'm going to grab the lids here, and let's add some to these lids as well. And try and get a little bit of let's get that glitter out of there. I don't need a random piece of blue glitter in my gold. I'm going to try and scrape this out and get just a little bit into each of these lids as well. Like I said, I don't want air bubbles trapped in all the little nooks and crannies. Trying to avoid putting too much air in. Mostly for like the zeros and stuff. Did we ever actually... Hello! Did we ever actually get that bot banned, by the way? Because it was like right as I was trying to get that figured out that my internet conked on this computer. Internet conked out. Bot was banned. Oh, excellent. Oh, you had to switch to mod mode. Fair. That makes sense. I think I've mentioned before, I have no idea what that looks like or entails, because I've never been someone's mod. Stretch! Alright, let me finish this and then we'll have a short stretch break, which is good, because now that I'm thinking about it, my back is like a little bit funky, because I've just been hunched over here for the past however long. I think I might stand up for a minute, actually. But let's get this on here first. Alright, cool. That's a little bit of resin. Cool, 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 cool. But yes, I do actually want to stretch. Oh. Yeah. The bot got banned, it sounds like, so we're good. Alright. I think these are good. Let me set these off to the side over here somewhere as well. I'm running out of room off to the side over here. And then we will do our last little bit, which will be our jumbo die. Which is actually like I have this stream marked art commissions. That's one of the tags I have on it. This is literally the only one that's actually an art commission. This is the only commissioned one. Alright, let's add a little bit. We're going to add the rest of our resin here. Because might as well. Doesn't hurt anything. And I want to make sure that I have enough, to be honest. I'm not quite sure how much is in this one. These ones have little, markers on the side that tell how, have milliliter markers on them. And this one does not, so I don't actually know how much is in there. But, there we go. I can get all my things mixed up. I feel like these are kind of in the way. I'm gonna move these off to the side over here so that they're not like in the way visually. I feel like they're in the way visually. I want you guys to be able to see the other things that I'm working on. Okay. I'll try not to put my elbow in that, but I think it'll be good. So this one is kind of a pinkish purple color. And it's got a whole bunch of glitter in it. It's mostly just glitter. This one's a nice dark blue and has some like multichrome flakes in it. And then this one's going to be a nice bright blue. Let's get it mixed up. Nice bright shimmery blue. Perfect. Very, very bright and shimmery. Glitter! This one's the one that's going to be most, I feel like, well, it's not the most glittery. This one is, we'll see how it looks. It's going to look just kind of white, I think. But once we add it with the dark colors, it's going to kind of shimmer purple. It's got purple shimmer to it, but let's, I don't know if I can show, I'll be able to show it on camera. It just looks white, yeah. It's kind of hard. It's really like, it sparkles kind of a reddish purple though, like a pinkish purple, which is pretty. All right. So let's see here. We're going to do this. How do I want to do this? Let's just add all of our other colors. So I'm going to do a dirty pour, which means I'm going to put all of the colors, all of the pigments and everything into one cup, and I'm going to pour that into the mold. So we're going to do, we have our glitter in there. I'm going to add my blue, kind of glittery one. The one that has the multichrome flakes in it. Let's get all of that. And I'm going to do that on one side here. I actually did the glitter on the bottom on purpose because I feel like whatever is on top of this cup is going to make it into the mold first, so it's going to be down by the bottom. And so hopefully the glitter will make its way in last, and so it will be, there'll be more space for it to fall, so it's not, hopefully not all going to end up on just the bottom face. Yay, to be fair, like, that's one of those things where it's just like, I don't know. Usually dirty pours work pretty well for me, so I'm like not too concerned. That's one of those things where it's like, that'd be fun to try, but I'm okay without it. Usually dirty pours go pretty well for me. But like, it's one of those things I'm like, oh, that could be fun to try though. Let's add our bright blue. I'm trying to add it all in one spot almost. And I'll show you this cup before we pour it too. Let's get all of this out of there. Maybe I'll try one at some point though. I do think that that'd be fun to try. I bet it would give me like better distinction and like more even colors throughout, because doing it like this I usually end up with like whatever color's on top, it ends up mostly at the bottom of the mold, and then, you know, it kind of works this way, which can be kind of a cool effect to be fair, but, you know, maybe that's not what I always want. Maybe I want more swirls of all the different colors throughout. I feel like that could work better with the cups that you're talking about. I'm now realizing that those cups could be fun to like fill with multiple colors each. Like maybe do the middle one, have like dirty pours within dirty pours. Dirty pourception. It'd probably be way too much stuff, but yeah, more evenly pulls colors from each segment. Yeah. So I could see that being cool for maybe I will have to get myself one at some point. Because now that like I'm thinking about it, it's like, yeah, that could work well for doing some slightly different kind of dirty pour designs. Oh, here, maybe you can see the purple a little bit better now it has a slightly darker background. Nope, still hard to see the purple. Still just looks white. Oh well, that's okay. And then actually, I'm going to spritz this. And then actually, before I pour this in, what just fell in there? I think that's a piece of plant. Probably from the flower dice. I am going to add, because I always like adding like I like the ink. Adding ink on top adds kind of a different swirl effect. I'm going to do a drop of this like nice blue purple color with a drop of white, because the white will help it pop. And then we're going to pour that in. I might kind of try and get that ink to spread out a little bit so it doesn't all end up at the bottom. Alright, and it seems to be quite a bit thicker, so let's see how this goes. Oh, there's all the colors, by the way. I did also kind of do this, so the highest number is actually at the bottom of this. And I did that on the layering on purpose as well. So I tried to put kind of the darker colors into this cup first so that they would end up at the bottom or at the top of the mold. And that is also like I want the darker colors to be at the bottom of the die when the highest number is at the top. And so since this is the lowest side, I want the darker colors there. Alright, I think I had like just the right amount of resin actually. Perfect. There's definitely a little bit of extra glitter here. Oh, you know, I should be using this to make a keychain. And probably a D4. Do I have enough for a D6? I don't know if I have enough for a D6. We're going to do a D4. Yes. So let's do the D. Actually, we'll do the keychain first. Since this is a commission, I usually try to like make things to go with the commission. And usually that's like a keychain. Well, depending on what it is, it's like a keychain and something else. I never know what to do with like the jumbo dice, I guess. I think normally I do a D6, but I don't think I have enough resin for that. I might just do a random D4 with this one, but I'll do a keychain with all the glitter and everything, because that'll be fun at the very least. Really, I just use this as a way to like use whatever extra resin I have, because usually I try to have a little bit of extra resin as opposed to not enough resin. It's better to have a little extra as opposed to not enough. And this way, I have a reason to like something to use it on. Plus, I feel like it's fun to get like a little surprise. It's fun to get a little surprise when you order something. So this works out great. Cool. So that'll work for a keychain. I didn't have quite enough for D4, but that's fine. I'm going to be moving to D4 down there. Alright. So we've got a little bit of resin left. This is literally all we have left, I think. Is there any left in here? Nope. This is all of the resin that we have left. So let's make some sort of die. Oh, that red. Okay, I do have this over here, which has, this one I think we could add some shimmer to. This has like orange shimmer and then green shimmer. Let's finish it off with some of this teal shimmer. This was just a dump mold D4 that I did at one point. I'll use the dice molds as dump molds. It works out. What is sticking out of this? Okay, cool. So that should be good. And then I've got these colors left. What do I want to do with these? I sound like a race car. Oh my goodness. Let's do something with, I think, the pink and the sea foam green. I feel like these two would look good together, the pink and the green. So let's do a D6. Oh, actually, no, you know what I need to make? I need to make some fate, yeah. I need to make some blank fate dice, which are the ones with the pluses and the minuses on them. So let's make a couple of those. Because, like I say, when I send things, I like to try and send like bonus dice and stuff with them. And I've got quite a few D6s stocked up. Just random D6s that I've made with leftover resin. I don't have a ton of the fate dice. So I want to get some more of those made as backups. It's just little spares. At some point I'll probably go back to making just like other single dice. Like apart from the ones that I send along with orders. Because it was pointed out to me recently that I could make jewelry out of dice. It's just like, oh yeah, I could do that. And so I think I'm going to go through my dice singles and stuff and go, okay, what would make good jewelry? What do I want to make? What do I want to turn into jewelry? So I might do that at some point. At which point, you know, it makes sense for me to go back and start making some more dice to use for that. I'm putting my random dice tin, which is just fun to look through. Ooh, this is going to be a close one, actually. I think I'm going to have like just enough resin for this. Yeah, I'm going to have like just enough resin for this. Alright, cool. Now we just have red left. I don't know what the plan is for the red. What should we put the red into? Maybe we put that into like a D20, and then we can fill it up with some other color later, so it'll end up kind of half and half. So I'm going to put all this red into a D20. And then we'll fill it up with a different color later, I'm sure. Because sometimes like half and half dice are kind of cool. Ah, hey, we found our cat hair. There it is. Come on, get off. I got it straight up stuck. Ah, it was like attached to my stir stick. Okay. So, I'm kind of wrapping things up a little bit. We're gonna get all this last one poured, and then we'll start getting the lids on, and then call it a night. So we've got a little bit of time left. I just wanted to say though that I do plan to stream at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Saturday. So I normally stream at noon. I think that's what it says on my schedule. But I'm gonna be streaming at 9 a.m. Doing some Minecraft. I'm gonna try and finish. I'm building a warehouse at the moment. I'm gonna try and finish the outside of it, I think. So that's the plan for Saturday, and then next Wednesday, I'll be back with more resin stuff. But that is the plan. Maybe I should update my Twitch schedule to say what is actually happening this week, as opposed to leaving it as it is. Yeah, I got people coming over for lunch on Saturday. I have people over for board games. A very small group, over for board games once a week. I'll set that up all the way. And just, you know, people have shifting work schedules and stuff, so we went to Wednesday. Saturday works the best for everybody else, so since I've got somewhat of a flexible schedule, I'm going to do it then. Alright, let's start putting some lids on things. I've got, these ones are looking like they don't have many air bubbles, so we're going to do them first. They'll be good to get out of the way. These are the ones that I have like a whole bunch of layers. This is just the top layer. I've done this over How many pores have I done? 2, 4, 5. So this has 5 layers in it. I just did the 5th layer right here. It's always kind of like, I don't know what the word is. I really hope it turns out because I've put a lot of time into it. Maybe more pressure, I guess, for it to turn out, maybe. Just because it's like I've put so many pores into this, which takes time. It better work out. Even if it doesn't work out, it will have worked out, I'm sure. Like, that sounds weird. Even if it didn't turn out exactly how I pictured it to turn out, it'll still have turned out probably, like, in a way that someone will find aesthetically pleasing. I've talked about this before too. Even if I'm not, like, super fond of a set of dice that I've made, usually I'll still, like, well, to be fair, sometimes I'll, like, polish them up and then ink them, and then suddenly I'll be like, oh, actually, it's not too bad. Because, like, once you get the ink on them, they're good. Or I'll like, sand them, and I'll be like, actually, this looks good matte. And then I'll make them matte, and they'll turn out, I'll be like, okay, these actually look really cool. But sometimes, you know, I'll make a set of dice, and I'll just be like, they're not really my thing. But I'll clean them up anyways. And, like, usually, someone else will want them. Like, maybe someone else will like them. Let's start getting some of these things onto the tray. So the reason I have these all set up here and not on the tray is because I think I want to put them on top of some of these other ones. Because I think they might be a little bit, I don't know, I might need to hold them down a little bit more. Yeah, I'm worried about these ones. These have got quite a few bubbles in them, but I guess we'll see. There's definitely some air bubbles here. Let's see if we can get some of these air bubbles to pop. Come on. I'm just going to manually pop some of these air bubbles with my tweezers here. And also try and get some of this resin kind of in the center here so that it's actually, like, reachable. Yeah. We'll see. These ones might end up with some air bubbles. I'm hoping not. But we'll put the lid on. And I'll start stacking things. This one just has a whole bunch of all the flowers have floated. Go on, down you go. Into the depths with ye. Yeah, there's definitely some air bubbles in here as well. And again, I'm going to try and move some of that resin into the kind of the middle area so it's hopefully nice and reachable. Yeah, I don't want to squish down too hard because I do want that extra resin to stay there so that, again, there's something to fill up where those air bubbles are. I do want that extra resin for that. Air bubbles. No air bubbles. Go away. You are not wanted here, air bubbles. Alright. Yeah, things are floating, which I kind of expected. I kind of tried to add enough flowers so that hopefully that'll be fine. Like, my thought is that, like, if there's enough flowers in there, there's not going to be space for them to, like, all float to the top. You know, they'll run into each other a little bit. So, hopefully that means that, like, they'll extend a little bit further down into the die. I'm hoping that I added enough flowers for that so that that will actually hold true. I guess we'll find out. I guess we will find out. I was just, sorry, yeah, my brain just gave out there for a second, just like, where are the pieces that I need? Because I grabbed one from over there, and then I was looking for the lid, and I grabbed one from over here, and that was not the lid, but I did need to grab it. welcome to the inside of my brain. I'm so sorry that you are here. Alright, do 8. Yeah. Alright, I do want to, so I have this, right? This is the like keychain type piece. I want to kind of shove this between a couple of the stacks because I don't want it to fall over. I want to, just a second, I kind of want to put this between two that are not super tall. Alright. There we go. I think that'll work. Kind of got it propped up there in between two. I just don't want it to fall over. Alright, and this looks like it has some air bubbles traveling to the surface. Let's press that down. And I do kind of the same thing where I make sure there's all of that resin in the center. It looks like maybe it's getting a little bit thicker, which is good. We're getting to the end of our work time, maybe. Alright, I kind of want to get this onto here first. Let me pop air bubble there. So we're actually going to put this on, even though we just poured this, I'm going to put this on now, because I want to be able to set things on top of it, because it's kind of big. It's easier to put the bigger things on the bottom and not try to like balance them on top of everything else. So let's put that on. And then I've got these over here that I need to put the lids on. These are the kind of lucky ones, I guess. I say lucky, they're green and gold. Put those lids on. I think I have a cat hair in my mask because there's something tickling my nose. Sorry. Oh, I cannot stand. Yeah, there's a cat hair. Oh, man. There's a cat hair in here that's tickling my nose. I'm so glad that I'm being safe here. I think I got it. Man, you would not believe how much condensation is in here. Alright, let's put this back on. Ugh. Alright, I think I can get this attached. You know, it's fine. I'm not going to move around too much. And I'm almost done, so. There might still be a cat hair in here because there's something still tickling my nose. It's very annoying. Anyways, that's fine. That's fine. Let's finish getting these all on and call it good. Anybody have any fun plans for the new year? I don't know if I do. My family might. My family might do something, but I don't know. Fair. Yeah, I don't actually know if I do either. Like I was saying, I'm like, my family might have something planned. I don't know. Maybe we'll do dinner or something. I don't know. I kind of doubt that I'll actually stay up. Like, I don't know. I haven't, I feel like, in a while. This is definitely not on my face well. I'm going to do something ill-advised. I'm just going to take this off. We're so close to the end now. I'm not too worried. I'll get it reattached probably after the stream once I take my gloves off. But we're so close to, oh, I forgot to put the lid on this one. We're so close to the end here now. I just don't want like prolonged exposure to this stuff. But there's something tickling my nose and I do not like it. That is not popping. I'm trying to get all the ones with lids first so that we can get that out of the way.
so that they can go on the bottom, honestly. Because we've got a whole stack of things. Got a whole bunch of different things done this time. Try and get things stacked here. So we get everything on here. Oh, we've got one more here. Put a lid on. And that'll be, I think that'll be good. So I'm gonna go get these into the pressure pot. There we go. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you want to see how this stuff turns out, I will post photos of it in my Discord. You can either do !Discord or it's in the about section below the stream. I will be back. I'll be back on Saturday streaming Minecraft at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to come hang out then, you're welcome to. Otherwise, I'll be back next Wednesday, same time, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And hopefully I can see you guys then. I will talk to you guys later. Bye!